This is Corey D. Hey, look, I'm about to finish up this series on the value of
Fear.
Something that has gotten me through my cancer diagnosis, that have allowed me to kind of live a free life. It's truly changed my life. It's allowed me to really see myself through
Authenticity.
And the authenticity comes with being truthful to ourselves, coming to an understanding that no matter what I think I can hide, God always knows. And when I understood that principle, I accepted that challenge, or no matter what, God knows. Becoming honest with myself became
True courage is about being honest with yourself.
not as complex, not so difficult, because I knew it didn't matter anymore. If I couldn't hide from the one that mattered the most, what value does the rest hold for me? So I told myself, well, if you're going to be transparent, if you're going to let it all go, there's nothing you can hide. I was so petrified of birds. But I've learned now to walk on the beach with the seagulls and the pelicans, kind of gotten rid of that anxiety. But is it something that needs to be exposed or talked about so you can move on? What I found out about hanging on, being paralyzed with fear is
You're paralyzed.
I prevent growth, not just for me, but those around me. And I was probably more afraid to do the things I needed to do than the things I didn't need to do. And what I realized, I became consumed with the don'ts and not the do's. When the Holy Spirit just brought me to my knees in tears for 2.5 hours. That next 48 hours.
48 hours.
I was in the struggle of my life. I was in the fight of my life. And it was a spiritual fight. I wasn't sick or ill or anything, so I wasn't fighting for my physical, worldly life, but for my spiritual life. I knew at this point I had to make a decision. I got injured at a world championship track meet in Malaga, Spain. At that moment, God told me to finish the race. And at the same time, one of the marshals said, "Sir, are you going to finish this race?" I said, "Yes, sir, I'm going to finish the race." So I'm limping around the track. God is telling me, "Son, you've been obedient." And I'm just going through all these bad things that I know I've done in my life. And he said, "It doesn't matter. You've been obedient. Your heart has been there." I'm crying coming around the track. Now, the crowd is clapping. Now, I'm limping around. I got 200 meters to go. I'm hearing people clap. And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, they want me to get off. Or I'm like, man, I'm getting clapped in. And getting clapped in means you last, and all these other thoughts are going through your head, knowing that you're the last person for this race. And I see my competitors at the end of the finish line, kind of just lined up across the finish line, just kind of clapping me in. And it just says, "Son, you've been obedient." I'm just like, wow, I've never felt this before. And before I got to the finish line, it's about the do's, not the don'ts. And as I'm coming across, me and my competitors, we all hug. I'm disappointed because, I want to defend my world championship, but I didn't get a chance to do it. Talking with my wife, and we're saying, what the heck just happened? What's going on? I'm just kind of clueless about what's going on. He kept saying, it's about the do's and not the don'ts. And that just kind of stuck with me. What's going on with these do's and don'ts? Thank you for tuning in to Moody's Mixer. God bless.